Laten we kijken of de veterinarian nu thuis is. We zijn inmiddels overal geweest.
The gate leads into... How, presumably... well, maybe...
Nee. Goed. In dat geval gaan we even bij de sculptor kijken, want we hebben een chisel gevonden.
Perhaps a professional chisel could make sure that you can finish your stone bust.
Joker? For sure, a professional chisel would help finish the bust. But I do not own a professional chisel. Just this cheap junk from my Amazon order. Or rather, I owned this cheap junk from my Amazon order. Because all the chisels from this order are broken. And with them, my hope for a new career as a successful stonemason.
Well, as luck would have it, I recently found a high-quality looking stone chisel on the side of the road.
Ja, letterlijk, hè?
Presumably it had fallen off some truck.
Really? And you would let me have him? Just like that?
You're welcome. I'm dying to see which actor is hiding behind the mask of stone.
Oh, I would be forever in your debt if your stone chisel was really any good.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
Precies.
Here you go, and good luck!
En nu?
Yes?
Hier.
Would you possibly be interested in participating in a movie?
A movie? What kind of movie? My acting talent is rather poor.
Well, a western is currently being filmed nearby, and the director is looking for a craftsman who knows how to carve wood. There's a really impressive totem pole that would need to be finished. And I seem to remember you mentioning in that addition to carving stone, you also had talent in carving wood.
A western? Really? In this country? That's what I call highly unusual. But yes, you are right. I think I can say with a clear conscience that I do indeed have some talent in carving wood. And the totem pole thing sounds really highly interesting. But unfortunately, at this point I have to decline the order.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes, sorry. This sounds like an exciting project and would make a great reference and prestige piece for my new professional career. But as you can see for yourself, I still have a little problem to solve here. And until I finish this bust here,
hij moet eerst
I
dit
can't
afmaken.
possibly start a new project. That would not be fair to the customer.
Yes, I think I can relate to that. Still, a pity.
Just ask me again after I finish this work here.
Lijkt me goed.
Because as I said, carving a totem pole for a western, that sounds like something I'd like to do. I love westerns. Especially the old classics with John Wayne or James Stewart. Is there anything else?
Dit hebben we al gevraagd. Ja.
That's it for now.
Good.
Ja, misschien moeten we dan wel eerst weglopen. Dan kunnen we die vampierenman even vragen of hij in een film wil spelen.
Welcome back to this desolate place.
Kijk.
I might have a movie role for you which would be perfect.
Oh, really? Have you found your missing cat in the meantime?
No, unfortunately not yet, but I am quite capable of multitasking. And after having seen 500 episodes of Highway to Heaven in the afternoon program as a child, that probably left its mark on me a little bit.
I had no idea you were also a movie agent.
Well, I've always been a big fan of agent movies.
You don't say. But please don't keep me in suspense. What is your movie about? Is it any good? And do you really think there's room in it for a grandpa like me?
Well, let's put it this way. The genre will definitely suit you. The movie itself, well, even if the director is quite capable, he certainly won't win an Oscar for it. And as far as the topic of the grandfather is concerned, Yes, we would indeed have to come up with something. Unfortunately, the role is intended for a much younger actor. But I am absolutely convinced that you'd be perfect for it. And if movie and television can make up a 60-year-old Tom Cruise look 25, I'm really not worried about you.
What is your movie about?
It's a classic horror movie with vampires, werewolves, the whole shebang.
So, something like Dracula. I was always great as Dracula.
Yeah, exactly! Something like Dracula, with a touch of Beverly Hills 90210 and a pinch of A Fistful of Dollars.
That sounds like a daring mixture. And not at all like the Dracula I know. You said A Fistful of Dollars. So it's a Western? I've always wanted to be in a Western.
Yep, a Western, albeit tailored to a rather modern cinema audience. And to give credit where credit is due and lay all the cards on the table, this is a romance horror Western.
Oh, what now?
A romance horror Western! The genre is currently big at the box office.
You don't say. Doesn't really sound like something I would necessarily play. Is my role any good? I assume that it is the main role.
Well, no. You would be the handsome, young, funny sidekick to the main character.
So, something like the second lead role, or at least the most important supporting role.
I'll be honest, I have no idea exactly how extensive or important your role is in the movie. And I'm afraid you better not expect too much from the role. But wouldn't even a small role in a blockbuster, and I fear the movie will be very successful, be better than no role in any movies? Such a flick could be an excellent springboard for further and far better roles.
You're right, of course. And please excuse me if I sounded a little ungrateful for a moment. You don't get rid of those star airs and graces from the good old days overnight. And you're absolutely right, of course. You come here, interrupt your important search for the little cat and bring me this great offer. Of course, I am grateful to you. Very grateful. Even a small chance at a small role is better than no chance at any role.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Do you think I have a chance at the role?
In terms of your experience and skill, absolutely. The only crux, unfortunately, is the issue with the grandpa. This is where I think your expertise is needed. Do you possibly have any idea how the old Tom Cruise still passes off so believably as a 25-year-old Tom Cruise? Some magic Hollywood magic trick?
So, apart from Botox and special effects, it's actually not that difficult. Not much has changed since today. Only unfortunately I can no longer afford a
Ja, dan moeten we weer een stylist gaan fixen.
Not to mention expensive professional makeup.
Oh, nou die hebben we al.
That sounds like two problems that can be solved.
Do you really think so? Maybe if I came across a little younger, I would indeed have a shot at that role. That would be absolutely great. I miss the big screen so much. And it's like you say, after a small, maybe not so great role, maybe the greatest role of my life will follow. Who knows?
I'm really glad that you see it so positively. And as far as the subject of your age is concerned, I'm sure we'll come up with something.
I think you were sent from heaven. And please forgive me that the first reflex was to get out the garden hose and shoo you off the property when I first saw you. I had no idea. Should I go somewhere to audition for the role? Do you know any details?
I think the director doesn't attach much importance to an audition. A meaningful photo of the applicant is probably enough for him. He's a very visual visionary.
That should
En dan moet ik die camera dus gaan maken, waar ik geen batterijen voor heb.
You don't possibly have one of those great modern camera phones and could snap a few pics of me?
Unfortunately, I left my cell phone on the bus.
Oh, what a pity.
But don't worry, we'll think of something about that too.
Gaan we ook oplossen.
Oh, your optimism is so contagious, my young friend. It is indeed long overdue that the name Vlad Popescu shines again in its old glory and from the movie posters all over the world.
I'm quite confident about that. Patrick Stewart made a terrific comeback as Captain Picard at the ripe old age of 81. And you don't look a day over 78.
Too friendly. In fact, I am even younger by quite a bit. So then, whenever the shoot can begin, I'm ready.
Nou,
And
deze man
as
wordt
far
gefixt.
as the smaller hurdles that still need to be overcome are concerned, I have complete confidence in you now. My personal angel on Earth. Is there be anything else?
Even kijken. Nee.
I have to go. See you later.
See you soon.
Misschien kunnen we hem die professional make-up vastgeven.
I might have an idea how you could still get a part in the James Pollock romantic horror western.
You mean that important supporting role where I'm supposed to play some funny cowboy?
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, the problem is that you're a few years too old for the role. At least, Mr. Pollock would like to fill the role with a younger actor. Personally, I think it's an outrageous discrimination against older people. But Hollywood unfortunately sees things differently.
And what makes you think I even have a chance?
Simple. You probably don't know this, but I've been going to all kinds of science fiction and fantasy conventions for years.
You don't say.
And since I've always created my own costumes and masks over the years so far, I've developed quite a bit of talent as a makeup artist over that time.
Really? So you know how to use a brush?
I do. My face painting as a zombie from The Walking Dead was always the crowning glory of any convention party.
And you think you could spice up my face a bit?
I think so. And as luck would have it, I also found a collection of professional makeup on the side of the road. Presumably, it had fallen from the truck. And I would consider it a great honour if I could do your makeup and help you get this great movie role.
Really? You would make an old man very happy with that. My stylist from the old days is unfortunately long gone.
Sorry to hear he's dead.
Dead? No, he came to visit 2 years ago, then left, and I've never seen him since.
So, probably dead after all. Be that as it may. Would you mind if I now prove my skills with brush and makeup?
Of course not. On the contrary, I would be forever indebted to you.
Great. Then I'll get started. Please do not move now, if possible. And done. And if I may say, one of my best works so far.
Really? Too bad I decided years ago not to install a mirror here at the graves. I guess I'll just have to take your word for it now.
You can! You look decades younger!
In any case, The
Dan hebben we die
makeup
man ook mooi
smells
voorbereid
nicely
op zijn
of
filmrol.
roses. And also a little of cat.
I know, a daring fragrance composition. However, it is fully in line with the trend.
And do you really think I have a chance at the role now?
I'm absolutely sure of that.
Oh, how great. Can you please schedule an audition for me? Since you seem to know the director, a request from you will probably be more likely to succeed.
I don't think that's necessary. Mr. Pollock prefers applications by photo.
Oh,
Ja, en
really?
daarvoor moeten we die camera nog
And
fixen.
you
Dit hadden we al
can't,
gezegd.
Unfortunately,
Ja.
Oh,
but
you...
I think
Oh,
it is, but unfortunately only if you're auditioning for the role of the Witcher Geralt of Rivia. But for the role in Mr. Pollock's Western, a more natural hair colour would probably be appropriate.
you do your part
Not,
to
but now that you have such great, I can.
thank. I
We
can't.
moeten ook nog iets
I
doen voor zijn haarkleur. Nou, dan kunnen we toevallig long black fringe
What was
geven.
Vlad supposed to do with it?
Niet?
This doesn't.
Long black fringes.
In another dimension,
Oké, dan gaan we die dingen even invullen.
that's what I call a rapid rise.
En dan kunnen wij naar de
Now I'm
backroom.
officially an
van de
employee of
post
the
office.
local post office. This does not. No, it would be the.
Groucho Marx mask.
did ever tell you, however, it is it.
Nee. Oké, nou dan hebben wij Vlad Popescu gestrikt voor een filmrol. En dan gaan wij lekker in de volgende video naar de local post office backroom. Graag tot dan. Joejoe.